Doesn't this look like a perfect summer day in Muskoka? Well, actually, this is New Hampshire. The state's 1,300 lakes and ponds have been tempting travelers and luring locals for generations. In fact, the historic lake town of Wolfeboro is the oldest summer resort in America. And without all these rivers and streams flowing through New England, there'd be no need for all the colorful covered bridges. New Hampshire has 54 of these historic wooden landmarks, still spanning its many waterways. A lot of people are really surprised when they find out that New Hampshire even has a seacoast, and they have 18 miles of it. They're proud to boast that. And there are beautiful little places like here at Newcastle and the Grand Hotel Wentworth by the Sea. This Grand Dam by the Sea was originally built in 1874, and after being restored and reopened just 6 years ago, is one of the 4 remaining grand hotels in New Hampshire. From Portsmouth Historic Harbor to sandy shores like Hampton Beach in the south, New Hampshire certainly makes the most of its small stretch of seacoast. Whether you're relaxing at one of Portsmouth's riverside restaurants or strolling along Bow Street, you can watch those hard-working tugboats nudge ships into the busy harbor.
Now there's something else Miss Abbott told me. Oh, I know what it is. She said if any kids come, Mrs. Tucker, tell them, I'm sorry, I still can't get the bubble gum.
Experience for yourself 4 centuries of daily life in this seacoast city.
Boys can get in at 17 if their folks will sign for them. So a lot of them soldiers over there risking their lives to protect us ain't much older than you, right? Yeah, so I think it's only fair they get the bubble gum first, don't you?
Strawberry Bank is an outdoor history museum, bringing to life the stories of people who lived on this waterfront neighborhood from 1623 to the mid-1950s. Fly fishing and canoeing on the Connecticut River, relaxing ways to go with the flow here in northern New Hampshire, and great ways to meet some of the locals too.
I think as a child I found refuge in nature, and I think as a child I sought to escape from some of the difficulties of life by camping and following rivers and things like that. And I've maintained that all of my life. I raised my 3 children on the river to a great extent. We didn't even have a tent. We didn't even have a canoe when we first started. We would follow the railroad tracks and camp along the railroad tracks.
We're paddling just a short part of the Northern Forest Canoe Trail, a 1,200-kilometer historic waterway that winds its way through New York, Vermont, Quebec, New Hampshire, and Maine. And since I love waterfalls, I have saved the best of New Hampshire's watery wonders for last. The Flume is a stunning natural gorge. Towering moss-covered granite walls soar 9 stories high here as the gorge carves its way through Franconia Notch State Park. Plunging waterfalls and glacier boulders left behind in its wake.